Welcome to my final TED Talk presentation of the 2021-2020 school year. I will be updating you on what I've done since January of this year, and I actually wanted to start with my last slide from my mid-year presentation where I talked about what I was going to do next: therapy and counseling, quilting, Duolingo, Hawaii, all the things. So an overview. I was able to accomplish most of my goals. I have not figured out everything to do with therapy yet. It's harder to find a therapist than I thought it would be. I have a friend who's helping me. They lost my information the first time, and it takes a couple of weeks for each step to happen. So I should be meeting with the intake person within the next couple of weeks, but I have made quilts. I have become obsessed with Duolingo. I'm still strong with my plants and all those positive differences that they can make. So research shows that during the relaxation response, the body moves toward a state of psychological relaxation, where blood pressure, heart rate, digestive functioning, and hormonal levels return to normal levels. This in turn can prevent chronic stress from damaging your health. So in a sense, self-care is good for you inside and out. So I really wanted to take to heart relaxation, doing things that would really help me to let go of things that were out of my control and truly relax. In January, one of those things that I found that was helpful to me was quilting. My mom was an avid quilter. She was so talented, and I found that having a sort of routine thing that I can do as you piece together all of the quilt parts, that it is quite relaxing. And it made a positive difference not only for me, but for my friends who received the quilts, and it was a nice tribute to my mom, who was a very talented quilter. And I got to involve a family member. She helped me do some of these more difficult tasks, and I only messed up once on this one, so that was nice. And here's my little adoptive nephew on his quilt, and he really loves it, and his mom was really grateful. Okay, so I also tried puzzling. I just watch TV is all I do when I have free time. So I thought I would try something else that would keep my mind and hands busy. And so my cousin, who knew I was having a really hard time — winter is hard for me anyway, COVID winter was extra hard, my mental health was not great. So she sent me a little care package, and in it were a couple of puzzles. So this is a puzzle of Lake Powell that we did, that I felt deep satisfaction when I was done, maybe a little bit stressed while I was doing it. So I think I would have to puzzle more often for it to make an actual difference for me. Okay, in February, I continued my home decor. I find having things in place and beautiful in my living space is really helpful for my mental space. I love to have plants around. I've mentioned the positive benefits of having plants before. Being able to watch them grow is good for our psyche, and that little hanging plant that you can see there is twice as long. It almost goes to the floor now. So she's done really well, and I enjoyed the process of that activity. I also made a quilt for my friend's baby, Margot. My mom made quilts for all of her other kids. She has 2 older kids, but my mom passed away a couple of years ago, and so little Margot didn't have a quilt that was just hers, and I couldn't let that happen. And I love my friend too much, and I love Margot too much, and so I made her own quilt. I actually messed up on the quilt, and the binding hadn't covered the backing of the quilt, so there was a hole in it, and I had to take it away for Margot. The day I gave it to her, I fixed it and then brought it back, but she really loves it, and her mom tells me that she hasn't put it down since. She gets to have one just like her brother and sister, and she's really happy, and it makes me happy that she gets to have one, again, a tribute to my mom. Okay, the Duolingo obsession is strong. I Duolingo every day. I Duolingoed on vacation. I made sure not to lose. A few times I have finished in first, and it is very addictive, but it's good for your mind. It's good for your study habits. I'm getting older, so it's good for me to do these things, and I'm learning Spanish to help with my English language development class that has majority Spanish speakers in it. Okay, traveling improves your health, from cutting down on stress to lowering your chances of developing heart disease. Wandering abroad is even a cure for depression and anxiety. And as those have been things I've struggled with, I decided that I would go to Hawaii in April for spring break, and I combined that relaxation with the facial masks that I know I showed you last time that I've been doing. I continue to do them regularly. They've been a lot of fun. And I felt deep relaxation on this vacation. I didn't have to make any decisions. It was a true vacation. I loved every second of it. And I am leaving today for a birthday trip to Hawaii. So here's my little surprise for you. That's why I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt today, so that my dress is purposeful. And I'm going to enjoy a week away. My birthday is on Mother's Day this year, so I wanted to take my best friends and just go and enjoy some time in the beautiful islands. And so I will miss you guys. Please get your stuff done. Make sure that you're good to the sub and you work hard during the class period. Here is a nice video for you to watch. Notice that Ferroni, when the camera gets close to her, she thinks she's going to fall off the mountain and grabs onto my arm. So you can tease her about that when you see her later. Thank you very much.